A new state law now in effect aims to help Texas businesses. From now on, companies can exempt over $100,000 of personal property. KLTV7's Michael Richardson spoke today with an East Texas business owner about the change.
Jason Blakeney owns a hardware store in Tyler. He says House Bill 9 will help small businesses like his own. The bill changes the exemption of the appraised value of tangible personal property to $125,000, an increase from $2,500.
We shouldn't be charged as small businesses for desks that we've had for 5 years. We shouldn't be charged for shelving that we used and that might be 5 or 10 years old.
Representative Cole Hefner of Mount Pleasant is one of the bill's co-authors.
Could be $2,000 or $3,000 a year, per company based on the valuation. So it's significant. I think it'll be felt immediately.
The Legislative Budget Board estimates that if local entities do not adopt higher property tax rates, the bill would reduce local levies by over $400 million in the 2027 fiscal year. Lindale ISD Superintendent Stan Surratt shares his thoughts on the bill.
It's a real positive thing for taxpayers. And I don't, at this point, currently where we're at, it's not going to hurt school districts at all. It just makes the job a little, for budgets, a little tougher in the future.
Michael Richardson, KLTV7 News.
The bill takes effect after Texas voters approved other tax-related constitutional amendments last November.